Hey, Shrill Buddy Mikerowchip here, playing Trainz 2022
Plus Standard Edition.
And this is the C&O Hinton episode 101. And this is nice. This is an F7 unit. People, several people, I think anyway, I know at least one person, I think it was several, were saying I should get an F7 on here. Look at this. I found an F7. Not completely happy with this model. It looks pretty good. I like the weathering on the front here. The fans are not real good. I got it off the download station. Now, somebody hipped me that there was a really cool Baltimore and Ohio F7 on the Trainz Forge site. So I went over there. It's a nice model. I downloaded it. It has some missing assets. I downloaded those, except one is an unknown asset. I think it's off a Russian site. I typed it into Google on the Google machine, and the Google machine told me it was on this Russian site, and then it wanted me to log in, and I couldn't log in. I tried to create an account. I couldn't do it. So something's funky. But I got tired of trying, so I said, well, let's just use this for right now. We can bring the B&O in on another train. All right, now this train is coming in from the North Main Line, Michigan, New York, those kinds of places. So let's get him rolling now. We want him to go where? We don't want him to do this or this. We want him to do this. We want him to go to North Main Inn. There it is, right there. Listen to that horn, huh? All right, now the load he's pulling here, he's going to Avis Yard. That's where North Main Inn is. If we look at the load here, he's got 2628 in tow. This thing has 1,500 horsepower. It's rated for 1,500 horsepower. I'm assuming the B unit is also 1,500. So 15 and 15 are 30, and so that's enough. I do not have any problem pulling it right now. All right. Okay, so I thought I'd show this off for you. The much requested C&O. Now, I thought somebody said there was the B&O I saw. Maybe there was somebody said there was a clinch field. Now I'm thinking about it. Okay, so we'll have to look for that too. Anywho, let me put you guys on pause, and I'll figure out what we're doing next. We are back with Graham in his beautiful, beautiful GP9. And he's just got one simple move to make, and that is here at Avis Ball Lumber. He's just got to move it forward, too. That's it. That's all he's got to do. They've unloaded all these cars so far. Oh, geez, we got room on this track? Well, we're running out of room, but there's enough for 2 more cars. Okay, so here we go. There we are. Ease it forward. I don't know why that's been coming to mind. Last episode I just made something or another. I kept saying that. Ease it forward. Ease it backwards. Why is that even funny? I don't know. I don't know. Becoming trained slap handler. There we go. All right. Nice job, Graham. You've done a fabulous job. All right, so that's the end of Graham's turn. We'll put you guys back on pause. I'll figure out what we're doing next. We're back with Hank up here in Thurmond. He just got done unloading this last coal and these last 2 boxcars at what's the name of that company? Swift and Company. And then he also unloaded these. Now, last time I was trying to debate where in the heck am I going to put these empties so that what's his name can come get them. And I don't think there's anywhere. Now, what are these cars right here? Are these more empties waiting to go? Thurmond Freight House. Empties. Now, is that right? Thurmond Yard? La 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 la. What track number is this? This is track 8. Track 8 is the Claremont Pugh Coal Company. What? So what's... Oh, this is track 8 right here. Okay, so these are the Thurmond... What? Okay, so these I don't know where they're coming from or where they're going. That's not good. That's usually not very good. They said they're going to Thurmond Freight House. And they're all empty. So I'm assuming that these are supposed to be going back. Because really, track 8 is supposed to be the Claremont Pugh Coal Company. So we can't put them on track 8. Or is this track 8? How many tracks we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, this is just an extra track. So this track could very well be the put them there until the Duker is going to come get them. So that's what we're gonna make these at. Okay, so what we're gonna do then is we are going to... Are we at the front? No, we're at the back right now. Let's go to the front, and we're gonna say tag these as none, which I should have done right from the get. That way, when I click on them, I'm like, none. Oh, that's because they have to go back. See, it's called being organized. Organization is key in railroading. Okay, there we go. All right, now let's zoom back up to Hank, and we'll stick the rest of the cars on that track. That way, we can get this done, right? Who is this? Oh, look at that! I didn't even see him. Oh, that's the one I just started up. He's coming through all on his own. Look at him. I forgot he comes through Thurmond to get there. That's a cool shot right there, huh? Yes, sirree, Bob. Okay, anyway, back to Hank now. Hank? No. What I wanted to do was click on these two right here. There we go. Because we got to put these as none. Normally I do this when you guys ain't looking. Sorry, minus. And we'll tag this one as none. So we know it has to go back and be reclassified. Very good. Then we'll come over here to Hank. And we'll tag all 3 of these as none. Tag it and bag it. No, don't bag it. Just none it. Tag it and none it. All right. So now we got to go get these. We're going to have to run around with these, right? Let's run around. Should I run around with these first and then come back and get these? Then I can back them all down. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. All right. So let's go back to the engine here of Hank. All right, Hank, you ready to go? Sounds like yes. All right. Okay, so this, yeah, and then no. We're going to do a runaround. We don't want to go on that track there. We want to go on this track here. We also want to get up to 15 mile an hour. There we go. Okay, so pull these empties around this way. Very nice. That's right. That's right. Look at all those switches array. I must come down here already. Musta. Yeah, that was so cool, that trinket. All right, take it easy, buddy. See, somebody has suggested, I've mentioned it several times, somebody suggested, why don't you have Trainz just running through? Kind of make it more, alive. I'm like, and then that happens. I'm like, ooh. Maybe it's not so after all. I don't know. All righty. Okay. hop over here now. There we go. Forward hoe. Cross that level crossing, which is why I got everything operating right now. The bell, the whistle, and all that stuff. Okay, now we're going to come over here onto this one. And we're going to hook up to this one right here. These are already none. I nunned them out. You were there. You saw it. Thank you with the bell now, Hank. You're doing a great job. You're good. You're a good bell guy. You know, bell guy. Okay. Coming in. There we go. Casa Doom. That means. And now we got to go over there. Now, is there a track? See, this one doesn't come over this way, so we'd have to go up this way. And then I snuck it in here, and then we come back this way, sneak it in here. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of forwards and backwards. We're going to have to switch backs, or whatever you call that. I don't know. Okay, so apply here. There we go. Let's back it up now. There we go. And do that. Forward hoe. Lots of clicks. Get it to where I want it. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. There goes Hank. The old 4459. One here now, it's wrong. We'll throw that one this way. The one after it, I think, should be right. Should be in reverse. Did it? No, it is not. What? I'm sure it would be. Okay. There we go. Look out for the water. Coaling tower. There we go. All these boxcars here are all in storage for the various Thurman industries. So I do know where most of the cars are. You know what I'm thinking, though? Those 3 cars that I have on that track down there, I didn't have any room up here to put them. So I put them down there. Ah, gosh. Okay. I'll bet you that's what I did, and that's why they were labeled the way they were labeled. So I did have them labeled correctly. Yeah, we'll just leave them that way now. We got plenty of cars up here. If we have to change some numbers, we'll change some numbers. As far as my spreadsheet goes. So that one this way. That one is correct right there. They were going to Thurman Freight, though. Yeah, they all 3 were going to Thurman Freight. Did I leave a note for myself? We'll have to check. We'll have to check. Alrighty. I'm looking at the Thurman Yard thing right now. It says there's 3 tracks. There's only 2 tracks. What? Yep. The Thurman Yard. There's all those. And it says the local yard. What's the local yard? I don't know. I wrote it. How would I know that? Because I wrote it. Oh, yeah. Oop, yeah, that's right. All right, bring it on back here now. There we go. Pull out all the rest of these empties. All 4 of them. Clear this switch. Oh, I've got to back it up. There we go. Through the shadow of the coaling tower. It's like the all-seeing eye of Sauron, except it's not evil and there's no eye on it. So maybe it's not so much. Okay, back through these switches. Now, again, there's no switch for a while here. We got to go back and up again. It is what it is. There we go. I could put more switches in to make this less moves. Kind of like doing the moves. So there's that. And then there's the other thing of... this was modeled by someone else, obviously. I don't know who made this route. But they modeled it, I would assume, very accurately, right? And therefore, these switches were not there, and these guys had to make these moves. Now, in fact, more moves than I'm making because I've added switches. Is it that they didn't want to add switches because it was too expensive? Or is it because they didn't want switches on the main line? You know, the fewer switches, fewer chances of derailments due to switches. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. I'm not sure. Okay, we're finally going to be on the right track after we clear this switch here. We'll push those back with those other ones. Yeah, I did not leave myself a note. As far as what those cars were doing on that overflow track. I do know the passenger train uses those. Uses that overflow track a little bit anyway, so it can back past it and then go across that bridge there. I'll show you when we get down there if you don't know. Yep. Yep. That's too far to see down there now. I'm going to run down there. Okay, so this one here, this switch should be on the other side. And then this, no. Then this, yes. And then this, yes. Okay, here we go now. We're just going to connect up to this cattle car, livestock car, or stock car, as I believe they used to call it. Maybe they still do. I don't know. Transport a lot of cows by train any longer? Not sure. Okay, so now we're going to come this way. Yeah. Then that way. We're going to come all the way down here. Let me stop them while we do this. I don't know how long, how fast he's going to come
Detector
down here.
milepost 0.0.
Oh, detector milepost. Voice you. All right, you can go this way, then this way, then this way. That's correct. And these should be on the other side, too. What the haystacks? I don't have to remember to get those switches on the right side. Over here, and then over here. Okay. I imagine the detector milepost is for that C&O F7 that just went by. Level crossing coming up here again. Plus the passenger station.
Detector milepost 0.0. No defects. Total axles 304. Train speed
304.
mph. Detector out.
Thank you, detector. All right. Oh. Get one more going on there. I thought I put it at 55. All right. We're going to back it into here. These are all going to be put onto the to-do list for the Duker. Oh, another thing is, last few episodes, maybe this episode, I can't remember, my last few trains, I've been unable to load and unload cars in Driver. I tried to figure out, I couldn't figure it out. I had to keep going into Surveyor to do that. I just figured out why I can't do it, and I fixed it. It's because of something from Jointed Rail called the Train Effects Library. Apparently that was stopping it. I have no idea why. And most of my cars are from Jointed Rail. So as soon as I remove that, it allows me to do it again now. But now I want to see how that affects the engines. If it affects the engines, I may put it back to, where I don't like it. But so far, everything seems to be working fine. So we'll see how that goes. And the only reason I figured it out was because I just scoured the internet for other people having the same problem, and somebody said it was, the new one. I think the new one was 1.46B, and I just went back to 1.43. That seemed to have fixed it. So I don't have the latest and greatest, but I really want to be able to. When I'm doing the tagger, it's really much more convenient to be able to load and unload cars while I'm in Driver. Otherwise, I got to tag in Driver, and then I got to go back and load and unload in Surveyor. I got to keep popping back and forth, and that gets annoying. I can do it. I would just prefer not to. All right. Ease onto here. There we go. Now, this is what I'm talking about here. The passenger train has to back up in order to get out of here. So he drops off the load up here in Thurmond. Then he's got to back up through to here. Now, I don't know how long he is. We got to back up past this here in order to go that way. So when he backs up, I have him go on this track here. What if we back it up to this telephone pole right here? I think that'll be safe. Of course, all these coal cars are just sitting here waiting to go to the mines when they call for them. There we go. Right there. Do this. Do this. There we go. All right, so that is going to end Hank's turn. Put you guys on pause. I'll figure out what we're doing next. We are here now with Philippe at the Sanford mine. Nope, scratch that. The Nelson mine. Yes, he is. Now, I'm going to come clean. In between, during that last pause, there's about 5 days. I was trying to squeeze out one more video before I went on vacation, and I got most of the way into it, up to this point, and then I ran out of time. So I'm doing the rest of the video now, about 5-6 days later, somewhere around there. So I had to look back at the beginning of the video to see how far I'd gotten. But now I got it all under control. Nothing to worry about. I was in the western part of Michigan. It was very nice over by Lake Michigan there. All right, so here at Nelson Mine, we have these coal cars being loaded. Now we have 8 loaded, as you can see here. 2, 4, 6, 8. We got to push these back into place. He also is going to have to go over and work the Sanford mine, which is on the other side of Quinnamont. And lastly, Quinnamont Freight, which has already been set out and is being loaded as we speak, so we don't have to do anything with that. But this and Sanford is going to have to be taken care of. Here we go now. So turn on the belt. Let's bag it up, boys. There we go. Chug-a-lug, chug. How about a little bit more chug than that, though? There we go. I think there's enough room. I didn't check the track. I think there is. All right. There we go. Right there. Pow! Yeah, there's enough track. There might be enough track even for another 2, huh? I think so. All right. So let's apply this right here. Decouple, and now we're going to head forward. Hey, about. Okay, here he goes. Now, while I was on the west side of Michigan, I rail fanned successfully for the first time. I tried it maybe 2 other times, years ago, actually. One time I was at a Norfolk Southern yard here in Michigan and saw just a little bit of train movement, not a lot. This time I hit the mother load. I was over in Ludington. If you don't know Michigan, that's just over on the west coast, if you will, of Michigan, along Lake Michigan. And I'd been there before, and I'd heard train whistles. And then I started noticing that the train was always whistling right after... let's pay attention to this, too. Just after 8 p.m. every night. So I thought, I don't know. I don't have a scanner or anything. Let's go down there and check it out. So my wife and I went down there, and there was this little access road right next to this level crossing. And there was also a little tiny yard right next to it. So I said, let's wait here. I mean, we could have been more than 10 feet from the tracks. I mean, we were really, really close. So then I could hear the train coming. I get all excited. And so it was coming around a real sharp corner out of a wooded area. So we didn't see it until it was on top of us. But he came out. It was, what was it now? It was a small railroad. It wasn't a class 1. It was just a local or a, what do they call that now? Not a local, but a, you know what we got to call this, though, is, here we go. A short line. Yeah, sure. Just a little short line. Oh, boy. Okay, I hit that. I'm so excited about talking about this train. And it was something in Wyoming. Because I think there's a Wyoming County up there. Something in Wyoming. But anyway, not that matters. But anyway, it was really cool. The engines looked brand new. They were GP38s, 2 of them. One thing I found unusual, and to me anyway, is the both engines were tied together, obviously, but they were not long hood to long hood. They were both facing in the same direction. So when they came around the corner, they were already doing long hood forward, and they were pulling a bunch of tanker cars. I was all excited. We're going to get a real good view of them going by. They got halfway by us. The engines were still well within view, and then they started switching in that small yard. I almost had a heart attack. It was so cool. I always wonder why, I guess I don't really. Why people rail fan. And to me, it's like, I would just rather watch it on YouTube. I'm comfortable at home and drinking Cokes. But seeing it in person, wow, is all I got to say. And they switched for about half an hour, and they were moved. They had a bunch of tanker cars. They had something on them. It was a hazardous solution. But anyway, so they had a bunch of grain cars. I think they were using as spacers every 4 or 5 cars. And so they were switching those out and putting cars in, taking cars out. It was amazing. And after 45 minutes, I could tell my wife was starting to get a little, yeah, we've seen this. Plus, we were so close at the flange squeal because they were going across a frog every time they're going forward and backwards. So the flange squeal was real. And so I could see, well, I think we've had our ears blasted out long enough. So we decided to go. And as I've already said, it was just amazing. Just amazing. I did not realize they were going to be switching. They're still switching. And then the other amazing thing was, as we were pulling back to get out, another train had pulled up on the main line behind it that we didn't even see until we were pulling away. Same railroad. The something in Wyoming. Genesee in Wyoming? Again, not that it makes a difference. I took a small video of it. Wasn't very long, just a real short one. And let me tell you, it was loads of fun. Because I wasn't ringing the bell there. I'm not really paying attention. I'm talking about the train. All right, now we're on our way. Well, first we got to switch around. Let's do that. There we go. Okay. So that ends the Nelson mine work we had to do. Now we're going to have to go down through Quinnamont, past Quinnamont all the way up to the Sanford mines. There's 2 of them there. We've been there before. Their last episode, maybe the episode before that. But we're going to head on down that way. And it was amazing. I've been close to big engines like that before. Not actually, the GP38s were the biggest working, moving engines that I've ever been near. I used to be I used to work security at a Ford plant, and they had an SW1500 that would go by right by the guard shack, and the whole guard shack would rumble. You could, just the weight of it, really cool. This was also very cool, very large engine. Now I know GP38s are not large engines, but the largest I've been around that were moving, and so it was possibly the greatest thing that's ever happened to me since I got married. All right. It was very exciting. I liked it. Okay. Back this way now. Whoop, 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 whoop. Oh, yeah, much. There we go. Okay. Now the question is, I think I can do Sanford on this. I think if I just put him on to Sanford, he should be able to figure out how to get there. We'll find out. Because we are going to let the AI take over. There we go. How much room is on this Y here? I'll have to take a look. I think we got a lot of room on this Y. If I'm not mistaken. Long clear. There we go. I hope we have a lot of room. I think we have a lot more room. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my God. Okay. Hello. Okay. Whoa. My mouse is really sensitive. I've mentioned this before, but maybe about, 6 months to a year ago, Did I switch it? Yeah, I did. I switched up to a mouse that does not require batteries. Here we go. Yeah, it's one of those that plugs in and is also and you charge it, and then you can unplug it, so it's not wired. Plus, it doesn't have batteries in it. Now, the big difference is that it's a lot lighter. I mean, not that pushing around a mouse with two, AA is all that difficult, but it's like, I don't know, dare I say refreshingly light? It's very light. That's why I kind of zipped around there. Every once in a while, I forget that it doesn't have batteries in it, and I put a little too much pressure on it. It's going to happen. All right, we're going to get it under the tipple. Once we get it under the tipple, then we will tell it to go to Sanford. Here he comes. We're getting low on coal on this thing, huh? There we go. Right across. There's the tipple. Let us come through it. Watch it, fellas. Fingers and toes. Watch your fingers, watch your toes. More likely it's going to be your fingers. Or is it your toes? Something's going to get chopped off. Alrighty. There we go. Let's bring him to a stop now. Yep. Got a bit of a grade there. It's taking him a little bit longer to stop. There we go. Okay. Now, is there a Sanford on here? A drive-through track mark. Sanford. There it is. And there he goes. Now, it's going to take quite a while to get down into Quinnamont. Then after we go through Quinnamont, it's going to take quite a while to get up to Sanford. So we've seen this portion of the route before. Not a whole lot happens. I know we can get some good side or off-camera shots. What do you call those? You call those roaming cameras. Something. Anyway. I know, but I want to skip it. So what I'll bring you back is when we get into Quinnamont, and then we can get a good look at Quinnamont once again as we go through, and then I'll bring you back the next time once we hit Sanford. So let me put you guys on pause until we hit Quinnamont. Okay, here we are coming into Quinnamont. What we're going to do here is we are going to say, stop train. Ooh, now I'm going to throw him on the Y here. He might already be doing that. We'll come back to you, AI. All right. Oh, wait a minute. My microphone's messed up. There we go. That's better. Okay. So let's continue backwards now. Oh, that's right. We're going backwards. So, well, let's do this. There we go. Now, the bell don't come on when the thinks the caboose is in the lead. All right, so now we're going to have to... Okay, we're good. I can't remember if we got to get over on the far left main or... I don't know. Let's see what we got here. Got this, got this, got this. We got this. No, we got this. We got this. Boy. Now, can we go here and then cut back coming this way? Is there a way to get over on this side? Oh, it goes right down to it. All right. And is this the track I got to be on? I don't know. I can't remember. I think we can be on this track here. I think. Oh, where's the train at? Where's the train at? All right, there he is. There he is. All right, so we don't have to cut over another track now, do we? So we're here, right? And then we can just go forward from right here, right? That's what I said. So if we come here, we go here, here, to here, to here, to here, and then we'll be one track over. So we do need to go back, come over one track. All right, so come over here. All right, so we'll back up to here, and then once we clear this switch, we'll be able to get over one track over. Here we go. All righty. I think this is right. Start slowing down here just a little bit. It's getting late in the day, isn't it? Yeah, it's almost 4 o'clock. 4 p.m. or 1600, depending on what part of the country you're from. Alrighty. Line side camera is what I was trying to say earlier. Just came to me now. There we go. And we'll stop it. Stop it. Now let's see what happens if I put him on auto again. Okay, we got to back up. I got to be able to see the engine. Here we go. Right click. Continue schedule. Yes, he's going to keep it to the left there, as I thought. But yeah, I forget because I have him on AI. The AI should be able to figure it out. Of course, we all know the AI also does some crazy stuff. This is Quinnamont, in case you haven't figured that out yet. We are in Quinnamont, headed on the way to Sanford. How long did it take us to come down the hill? I don't know, 20 minutes? Something like that. All right. He came down at 10 mile an hour all the way down. Again, probably realistic. You're coming down with that much weight. You don't want to get a whole lot of momentum behind you. You don't want to put too much strain on the brakes. I'm sure the gravity alone is quite a handful. All right. Yep. He's going to go just like I thought he was going to go. Wasn't for all the smoke, you'd have a real good shot at downtown Quinnamont there. Here's Quinnamont Station. Folks waiting up. Themselves a ride. Howdy. All right. We'll stick with him now till he hits the bridge. When he gets across the bridge, then it becomes, dare I say, mundane. Yep. I can't believe we haven't hit a faster speed limit sign yet. We're still stuck at 10. It is what it is. All right, we are crawling, and I do mean crawling, out of Quinnamont. Is that a speed sign right there? We're passing. It appears as though it is. It's a 35. I can live with 35. There we go. Now Philippe's going to floor it just a little bit. Flossy's got some good pickup to it. Got that thing humming. All right. And now there should be a tower coming up, if I remember correctly. And we're going to go to the left side of the tower. And then over the bridge. Over the river and through the bridge. Sanford Mine we go. Pass some more speed limit signs. What do those say? Either they're facing the other way or they're still 35. There's the tower. I see the tower right behind that green light we got there. You should be going to the left of the tower, and I see the bridge. The train station. I forget what's the name of this one. I don't know. Something. That I do know. It does have a name. We got a green. There we go. Are they going to slow us down here? Looks like it. He's slowing down. 25. Head on back up. Now, if I remember correctly, at Sanford, yeah, I put a Y up at Sanford and turn back around. Did not put one up at the Nelson mine, as we had to go backwards down. Sometimes I'm in the mood to put a Y or a turntable, and other times I'm just not. There we go now. To the bridge. Nice. Across the old trestle. Sweet. So delicious. Oh, we have a cut. Is he coming up on a red here? Oh, it's a yeller. Or did he just run the red? Did he just run a red? What's he doing? Oh, this run here is a red. I think that one was a yellow. Hard to tell all the smoke. Yeah, he's sneaking up on this red. That's what he's doing. They love to sneak the reds in this game. There he goes. And give me some green. No, it's just a stop and go, I think. Yep. The stop and go. Or is the bottom one because we're switching tracks? Too late. He already knocked it down. It was the bottom one because we're switching tracks. Okay, you know what else we're going to switch? We're going to switch our... switch to another video. Which means I'm going to end this one. Yeah, I'm going to record another video right after this one. So, I got to catch up now that I got back off vacation. Anywho, so now we're on our way up to Sanford Mine. We won't get there this episode. It will have to be the next episode when we work Sanford Mine. Hope you guys had lots of fun. This was a very fun episode. You know, it took me a week to get it done. Why don't you like? Why don't you subscribe? Why don't you leave me a comment? And because the first 26 minutes of this was 5 days away from the last 19 minutes, that may upset you. And if it does, well, this just may not be the channel for you.